Thank you for watching the Wildcat News. We have a lot to get into today.
Let's jump into it. Hello, I'm Lee. I'm here with
Julian.
and today we're going to talk about the UIL spelling competition. So what was it like?
Well, it was pretty cool. My team actually won the award for second place for the whole competition, and I somehow managed to scrape the sixth place. I honestly have no idea how it happened, but I think it had to do mainly with the help that I got from my team and from our coach, Miss Poole. We put a lot of studying into it and a lot of time.
So how did y'all study for it?
Well, I mean, it's spelling, so I mean, at the end of the day, a lot of it was someone reading off the words and the other people taking that time to go ahead and write the words and see if they get it correct. Sometimes, we just make up stuff because some of those words aren't even English.
So how do you know if you're going to spell it right? Like, how do you think of
Well,
how to spell?
For me, a lot of it has to do with I took several years of Latin and a couple of Greek. So for me, what I'll do is I'll take a word and I'll break it down into roots, and I'll use the roots to kind of construct a word. And sometimes it's not correct, but more times than not it is. And if it's a simple word like militarize, I'll take military and add on the ending of I's, but remove the Y. And it just has to do with a lot of the spelling rules, basically, of the English language. And if you get into French words, that's a different topic.
So how do you use the Latin roots to help you spell?
Well, I can use the Latin roots like video, which means swear it means to see. It's been a couple years. But I can take those, and if they give me a word like envision, I can take that root, break it down slightly, and add on some parts to it, and I can generally spell it correctly.
All right, thank you, Julian. That sounds great. Thank you for being here with us. On to the next story.
Pleasure to be here.
Hello, my name is Matthew, and I'm here with Kennedy, and she won several UIL awards, so we're going to go through all of those with her. Why don't you tell them about those?
Well, I got first in news writing, editorial writing, and feature writing. It was I was kind of tired when I was writing them, to be honest. It was a shock. I didn't expect to get first, to be honest.
What did you write about?
So we have prompts in there, and so I wrote more about what the prompts were saying. I can't remember exactly what I wrote.
What was the hardest part of this?
So the hardest part for me was just trying to find a good how to write it. So I didn't like the prompts that well, so it was really hard to find a good subject and more write how to relate it back to the prompt, especially because you have to do quotes in some of them. So it was finding a good quote and finding good transitions to match the quote that was more difficult for these prompts.
So did you know what the prompts were beforehand, or did you go into the competition and they gave them to you then?
So you go in and then you don't know anything about the prompts, and it's kind of like a surprise. So you have 45 minutes for two of them to read the prompt and then write, and then for feature you have an hour to read the prompt and write.
Is there anything else you would like to say about the competition?
That it was very good. It was a good practice meet, especially before district, and I'm happy of what I got, and yeah.
Did you make it to district?
So it's like a practice meet. So district is just everyone goes to district.
Oh, okay. Thank you so much, Kennedy, for being here, and on to the next story.
Hi, I'm Garrett. I'm with Garado, and he placed in an assortment of different contests in UIL. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah, so I got 4th in science, 5th in number sense, and 6th in mathematics.
So could you tell me a little bit about each one of those?
Yeah, so in science, there's 3 different competitions within that one test. So there's the biology, chemistry, and physics, and you have to answer 20 questions on each test, and however many questions you get right, you get more points added for that. And I just happened to get a pretty good amount of answers right on the biology part, which boosted me up to 4th. And in number sense, it's like you do math in your head, and you're not allowed to write anything on the paper besides the answer. So you can't. It's all in your head basically. And I got 5th in that one. And in mathematics, it's just a math test where you have a bunch of different math questions that are all pretty advanced. So I think I only answered like 6 questions. It's pretty hard.
So leading up to the competition, how long did you have to, study and prepare for it?
Well, before we didn't do too much practice. We had some help from Coach Jenkins, but since it's a lot of my events were math, there's not really much you can do besides like memorize certain equations. Like for number sense, a lot of it is like square roots and numbers that are squared, and you just memorize those because it's a 10-minute test, so you have to do it pretty fast. So a lot of it's just memorization. There's not much you can really study for.
I see. Awesome. So thank you so much for telling me about that. On to the next story.
Hi, I'm Jacob, and I'm here with Courtney. So, I heard you were recently in the spelling event. How was that?
It was okay, kind of nervous at the start, but after that it was just a breeze.
Sweet. So, what is spelling really? Like, how many, do you memorize thousands of words?
Well, it's basically just like the knowledge. Some of them is like the knowledge on the top of your head that you actually know, and some of them you actually have to memorize.
Okay. So, what did you place in spelling?
Our team placed second. I don't really know what I placed though.
Okay. So, what were some tough words that you encountered on the test?
I would say cappuccino was one of them because that was a word I'm pretty sure none of us got right. But for me, it was just like, it was kind of like a breeze, but at the same time, it really wasn't.
Okay. So, thank you for the time and telling us about the spelling competition. On to the next story.
Hi, I'm Emma with the Wildcat News, and I'm here with Leslie, and today we are going to be speaking a little bit about FFA Week. Can you tell me how it went?
All right, yeah. National FFA Week starts this week. Monday, we kicked it off with no school, so y'all had a free day. And then today, Tuesday, we organized a teacher breakfast, and it was a big thank you to all the teachers, and we wanted them to feel welcome as soon as they walked in. We even got to wear very cool officer shirts. So if you see your officers walking around, that's us. And then Wednesday, we are going to speak to the elementary kids, and we're going to hang out with Dr. Morgan and read them some books about farming and all. And then Thursday, we are having a lunch with FFA kids out in the ag shop, just inviting all the FFA kids to come eat. And then Friday, that's the big day, and it's anything but a card day. So anything you want to bring, as long as it's kind of legal, I guess you could say. Yeah, there will be the officers out there monitoring and making sure we can be safe with it.
Right. Well, lovely. I personally want to thank you for Monday for the off day. It was great.
Yeah.
Super excited about Friday. I want to see what sort of things kids come up with.
Some cool things. Maybe horses, tractors, lawnmowers. Just gotta wait and see.
Hopefully. Is there anything that you would like to personally say about the FFA Week?
I'm just really grateful. I'm really grateful for the ag program and all our ag teachers. I believe tomorrow is Ag Teacher Appreciation Day. And a big thank you to Mr. Fisher, Ms. Bisbell, and Ms. Harrell for everything they do for our ag program, expanding it. And also, another thing, we have area convention on Monday for all FFA kids if they would like to join. You do have to be in official dress, but it's a fun thing, a fun event that happens at 2 in Silver Springs.
All right. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
No, I think that's it.
Well, thank you. On to the next interview.
Hey Wildcats, I'm Malachi.
And I'm Andrea.
And this last Saturday we went to a UIL meet, just a practice meet. And you're in spelling, right?
Yes, I am.
So how far did you advance?
So we got second place team last Saturday. And then on March 20th, we're gonna all go to district and compete against however many other schools.
Yeah, March. District is big. It's when it really matters. So these practice meets is just warming you up for it. But no, it's awesome to hear you guys got second place team. Personally, I did prose and poetry, which my first practice meet I didn't really do too well. I got 6 out of 6 in my first room. But this time I really leveled up my game, got all the technical stuff down. I I got third in my first room, and then I get to the second round, I got fourth, and then I got to finals, and the biggest thing is I made it to finals. I got 7 out of 8 in finals, but making it to finals is a big step up from making it last in the very first round.
So, what exactly do you do in poetry?
Well, what you do, you take a book of poems or just a book in general, and you can cut it however you want. Pick out this part here, switch them around, take out this sentence here, change that word like an itty bitty bit, just to like make it all flow together. And you're either telling a story or more of like a passion piece, and you have to stay still, but you're like performing it for this judge, or in the final round a set of 3 judges, and you're reading it with feeling. You're using hand gestures like I am now. You're really selling it to them, and then I guess whoever does it the best gets ranked highest. Which a lot of people do sad pieces because everyone can be sad, but it's like harder to like make people laugh, which is why I'm doing a funny piece this year. So I don't know how well I'm going to do at district, but I am just happy with myself for trying the harder thing and then still making it there. So we'll see how it goes. So Wildcats, like to thank you for listening, and we'll be tuned in. We had another meet. Do we have another meet before district?
We don't.
Just the last one?
We had 3 meets back to back.
Oh, right.
We had one on the 10th, the 13th, and the 18th, and then we're done until March.
Right. All right. Thank you for listening, Wildcats. This is our last practice meet before district, so make sure if you see any of your UIL people that you wish them good luck, because this is the last practice we're going to get like going to a different school before it's game time. All right, Wildcats, on to the next one.
Hello, I'm Vince, and I'm here with our stage manager for Dracula, Sarah, and we'll be talking a little bit about Dracula. But first, I'd like to say it's this one's birthday. So, happy birthday.
Thank you.
Now, to get on with it, so when is Dracula?
Dracula, we're going to be performing it here at Rains High School at 7 o'clock on the 2nd and 3rd. And, of course, everyone is invited. It is a free show, but we are always asking for donations.
So, do you know when our competition dates are? So, when is our competition?
Our competition is going to be the 9th and the 10th, actually.
So, as the stage manager, how have the practices been going?
The practices have been going fantastic. The cast and the crew have both been amazing, practicing, trying really hard to really get their lines down, and everything has been going fantastic after school.
Yeah, personally, I play the maid, and it's been awesome.
Yeah.
So, what is the best part about Dracula that you like?
Well, this year this is my first time being stage manager, so I'm kind of learning how to, be stage manager, pretty much. Just learning sound and lights, making sure everyone is doing what they're supposed to be doing, and just making sure that everything is running correctly so the play can go smoothly, and I think that's been really fun for me.
Yeah. Personally, I'd have to say it's all the memories that we've made along the way, practicing this play over and over, every day until 5:30, sometimes until 6. It's been fun, though.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for coming on today. Make sure you show up March 2nd and 3rd at 7:30 to see Dracula. On to the next one.